Hi students, my name is Hitesh Narashet. I am from Manavara. So last class we discussed about the topic from 8th standard, that is data handling. In data handling we already discussed about what is meant by data, the representation of data in a graphical representation. So also we discussed about organizing data and grouping data. So here in this class we have to discuss about one of the representation of the data. So in the graphical part we already discussed that one, that is histogram. So we have to take the histogram. So already grouping of data is over and the organizing data is over. So here we have to take the graphical representation. So we already know about the pictorial representation, graphical representation is easy to analyze all the data. So that's why here we have to know about how to represent the data. So how to represent graphically all the data. So after the grouping of data and after the organizing data, we have to convert those type of graph and those type of data in the form of a graph where we can easily analyze. We can easily analyze the value we got after grouping and after organizing the data. So let us take histogram by taking some of the examples. Yes, so here we are calling it as a bars with difference or histogram. So histogram we already know about that. So in the first video. So in histogram, so already we know that here it is a bars of uniform width and height is showing the frequency of the data, or height is showing the value that we have in the frequency distribution table. So it depends on the frequency, the bars height is differs. So here we have to take some of the examples. So the example shows like this, that means here it is up to 12th standard. So that means here the number of visit to the library. So 1 to 2 students, 4 students are visited in a one day. So then 3 to 4 and 3 and 4th class, in both the classes 5 students are visited and 5 to 6. So that means in 5 and 6 classes, so 8 number of students are visited the library and 7 to 8, so 9 students are visited, and 9 to 10, 3 students are visited, and 11 to 12 only 1 students are visited in the library. So in a one day. So here we have to take the histogram. So just observe here, this is a frequency distribution table. So from the unorganized form of a data, we are converting it in the form of organized form. So this is the organized form of a data. So we are calling it as a data because it's an organized collection of data here. So after that what we have to do? So we have to take all the data in the histogram because it's a pictorial representation, it's a graphical representation. We can easily analyze the data from the observation only. Here we have to read, but when we are taking the graphical representation, we cannot read at all. So by the observation also we can analyze the 7 to 8 students. So that means 7 standard and 8 standard students are visited more. So likewise we have to take. So firstly what we have to do is, so here we have to assign. So here there are two axes are there. This one is the y-axis and this one is the x-axis. This horizontal line we represent it as a x-axis. Here it is x-axis, and the vertical line we represent it as a y-axis. So here we have what we have to do is, so we have to take one information as the x-axis and another information as the y-axis. Most probably we have to take the frequency as y-axis. So here what is the frequency? This is the frequency. Number of students is the frequency. Here we have to take the number of students in the y-axis, and this classes we are taking it as a y-axis. That means here it always class interval we have to represent. So when the class interval represent line here, so we can easily analyze which class interval has the highest frequency. Like that we have to analyze. So here we have to take the number of students, here we have to take the class interval. This is the class interval, this is the number of students. So here firstly what we have to do is, so firstly assign the y-axis and x-axis. So we have to take the number of students here, so that's why we have to represent like this: number of students or frequency we can write. So simply we can write it as a frequency. Both may be possible. Then in case of x-axis, so we have to take the number of visits to the library. So classes, here we have to take the classes or so class interval. So we can take it as a class interval. Here we have to take it as a class interval. So then we have to assign the coordinates. So how can we take the coordinate? Just observe here. So here 4 is there, 5 is there, 8 is there, 9 is there, 3 is there, 1 is there. So that means the number increases. The number is in the form of counting number. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So that means here we have to take 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. We can easily take all the values in the graph. When it is, if it is, the values are in the form of 40, 50, 80, 90, 30, 10 means we can take 10, 20, 30 like that. If it is, the values like here 20, 25, 40, 45, 15, 5 like that. So then we can take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 like. So depends upon the values we have. So we have to arrange the y-axis. So here we can change by the values we have. So here only 1, 2, 3 like that. Better we take like that only. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that means, so here 9 is covered means it's enough. So you can take 10 also. And then we have to assign the coordinates of x-axis. Here, what are there? So 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10, 11 to 12. So that means it's a histogram, the bar representing each class interval, but there is no any difference between, there is no any gap between any two bars. So that's why we have to take this complete bar, complete point, this line to this line, we have to take it as a complete 1 to 2. So likewise we have to take. So here, just observe, I will take 1 to 2 here. So this, from this to this it is 1 to 2. Then next 3 to 4. From this point to this point 3 to 4. Then 5 to 6. So from this point to this point it is 5 to 6. Then from this point to this point it is 7 to 8. From this point to this point. And then 9 to 10. Here it is from here to here. So endpoints are here. So then 11 to here. So here the coordinates are assigned. After that what we have to do, we have to just mention the scale here. So after that we have to mention the scale. How to take the scale means, here there are two parts are there. One is the x-axis scale and another is the y-axis scale. So here x-axis and y-axis. So how to take the scale here? So here we have to mention the each part. This is one part, this is one part, this is second part, this is third part, fourth, fifth, sixth. So that means each are one on units. So this is 1 unit, this is second unit, this is 1 unit. So each are having a unique width. So that means each are having unique distances. From this to this having unique width. So we call it as a 1 unit. So each one has the 1 unit. So that's why I am taking it as a 1 unit. So we have to take it as a 1 unit. Measure the 1 unit here. We have to measure the 1 unit here. So here also, this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, 1 unit. So there it's a 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit like that. So all are equidistant. So that's why we are taking it like that. So then here after that we have to take it like the scale. So that means here we have to take the measurement. That means here 1 to 2. Here each class interval represent 2 classes. That means 1 classes and 2 second standard. First standard and second standard we are taking it as. That's why 1 unit is 2 standards or 2 classes we are taking it as. That means we can take 1 to 2 classes. Here it is 1 to 2 classes. Yes. Then in y-axis we can take, so here are the number of students. This is one number of students. Here it also one number increases. Here one number increases. Here also one number increases. That means unit to unit we are increasing the one number. So one number of students. That's why, so one unit represent one student. So here one number represent one student. Yes. So this is the initial part before we have to draw the graph. So that means what is the initial part? Firstly we have to write the x-axis and y-axis. Then we have to assign the names to the x-axis and y-axis. So here I have given classes, here I have given the number of students. Then after that what we have to do? We have to given the coordinates. We have to write the coordinates. So here also we have to write the coordinates. According to the coordinate we have to write the scale here. Try to draw the scale. Then what we have to do? So we have to draw the bars. So just observe 1 to 2. So 4 students are there. 4 students visited the library. That's why we have to take up to 4. So firstly what we have to do? So firstly we have to locate the scale in the starting point. Here it is the starting point. So firstly locate the scale here. Then we have to take a line up to the mark of 4. Up to the mark of 4. Here also, in the last part also we have to take like that only. So here we have to take up to 4. Then what we have to do? We have to join the end points here like that. Yes. So here we have to join like that. This will be exactly equal to the mark of 4. This will be exactly equal to the mark of 4. So likewise also we have to create the bar. So here one bar is completed. So it is representing 1 to 2. After drawing each graph, we can take shading. So we can shade like this. Yes. So one bar is completed. Then so 3 to 4, 5 is there. So value of 5. But you can, so here don't take any gap between those two bars. So here it touches with the initial point of the 3 to 4. So that means from here only you have to increase up to 5. Yes. So here only we have to increase up to 5. So here it is up to 5. I increase. Then here also we have to take up to 5. Yes. So like that. So we have to increase. Yes. Then we have to join. So this must be equal to the mark of 5. After that, shade that one. Yes. Then again 5 to 6 it is 8. So we have to take the 8 here. So from this line only we have to take that one 8. 8 means here. Just here I will take the line up to here like this. Then at the end point also we have to take like that also, like that only. So here we have to take the bars like this up to mark of 8. We have to take the line. Then we have to join up to the mark of, in the mark of 8 we have to so like that. Here after that we have to shade. Yes. Then 7 to 8. 7 to 8 means it's a 9. So here what we have to do? So we have to take up to 9 here. So when it is 9, here it is 9. Yes, here it is. So up to that we have to increase the line, increase the initial line. Yes. Then here we have to take the line up to the mark of 9. Yes, here it is like this. Then we have to take like this. Up to the mark of 9 we have to take the bar. After that you have to shade like this. Then so to the next. So 9 to 10 it is 3. So here we have to draw up to 3. So that means here the last line. So last line, so in the first part of the 9 to 10, so it is increased up to 9. But there is no need of increasing. But here we want decreasing. But there is no need of decreasing. Here we have to take from 3 only. So how to take 3 here? So firstly we have to take like this. Yes, here firstly you have to take like this. Yes. It's a mark of 3 here. It's a mark of 3. So then we have to take the horizontal line first. Yes, here we have to take the horizontal line first. Then we have to join with the end point. So here it is like this. Then finally 11 to 12 it is only 1. So here also we have to take like same. So firstly we have to take the mark of 1, then draw a horizontal line and join. So here it is like this. So this is the procedure of drawing the histogram. Procedure of constructing the histogram. Better to write in a graph paper. It's very easy to draw. So we can draw in a notebook also, but we have to take the exact measurement. So each distances are equidistant, and here also each distances are equidistant. So maintain the equidistance whether it is maybe possible. So here the histogram is like this. So this is the bars with difference. So the height of the graph shows the frequency of the graph, frequency of the data. So that means first, so 1 to 2, 1 to 2 shows 4. Then 3 to 4, 3 to 4 shows the bar having a frequency of 5. Then here 5 to 6 having a bar here, this is a 5 to 6 bar showing the data, showing the number of students as 8. Then here 7 to 8, so the bar showing the frequency 9. Then 9 to 10, the bar showing the frequency 3. Then 11 to 12, the bar showing the frequency only 1 it is. Yes. So this is the procedure of drawing the histogram or bars with frequency. So here we have to aware of these things. What are the numbers numbers we have in the x coordinate, in the y coordinate. Better to aware of those things, and after that we have to draw the histogram bars with difference. So let us take another example. So here it is also an unorganized form of a data. Here unorganized form of a data is already converted into organized form of a data. So the information of data is, so here age is in years. That means in a school there are number of teachers are there. So in that number of teachers we are categorizing all the teachers in the form of an ages. So that means 20 to 25 years of ages. So how many teachers are there? And 25 to 30. So that means between 25 and 30 how many teachers are there? So their ages, compared with the ages, so we are taken the data. So that means here 20 to 25 4 teachers are there, and 25 to 30 5 teachers are there, 30 to 35 6 teachers are there, 35 to 40 3 teachers are there, 40 to 45 2 teachers are there, and 45 to 50 5 teachers are there. So when we are taking the ages, means here 25 is repeated twice, 30 repeated twice, 35 repeated twice, 40 repeated twice, 45 repeated twice. So that means here when the teacher's age is 25, so he or she getting a chance to enter in this class interval, because so when the teacher's age enters into the 25 years, that means we are considering in this interval. So here we have to consider the lower interval. What is the lower interval? So what is their age? So based on that we have to take the class interval and the frequency. Okay, so this is the data we already got here. So here what I have to do, so we have to simply draw a graph. It's a histogram form of a graphical representation we have to draw here. So firstly what we have to do, so we have to assign one of the axes. So x axis and y axis. So firstly we have to draw x axis and y axis, and after that we have to assign for x axis and y axis. So here we have to take the x axis. So here we have to take the y axis like that. So two of them are there here. Number of teachers are there and ages in years there. Here I will take the ages in years. We have taken it as a x axis because already I told that class interval must be included in x axis and frequency must be included in the y axis. So that's why I am taking number of teachers in the y axis. That is number of teachers. Then we have to take the ages in years in the x axis. It is ages. So here I will take the ages or class interval you can include in the x axis. That is here ages in years. Yes. So then what we have to do? So we have to represent all the coordinates. Here just observe 20 to 25, 25 to 30 like that. But remember, so here we have to take from the 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. But there is no any possibility. But when we are taking the 0, 1, 2 means we have to wait for 20. So that's why what we have to do is, so initially we have to take like this. So zigzag view. So that means here some of the informations are there we don't know. So there is no any information between 0 to 20. So here we have to start from 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 and here it is 50. So previously I just mentioned 1 to 2, 3 to 4 like that. There is no any repetition, that's why I am taking 1 to 2, 3 to 4 like that as a one bar. So here the 25 is repeated for those two. Here 20 and 30. So 25 is repeated. That's why I will take the 25 as a common for both here. So likewise. Okay, I hope you have the clarification here. So then what you have to do? So we have to take the y-axis. So how to take y-axis here? So here just observe. So all the numbers are in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4 like that only. So here we have to take like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So up to 9 is there, no problem. So you can take like that. So here up to 6 also we can stop. No problem. So we can take. Here after that we have to draw a graph. That is 20 to 25. 4 number of teachers are there. So here also we have to continue the same procedure as previously we did. That is, so here we have to take like this. Yes. Up to 4 we have to take the bar like this. Here also we have to take the bar. Up to the mark of 4 we have to take the horizontal line. Then 25 to 30, 5 students are there, 5 teachers are there. So here we have to take like this. Yes. Up to the mark of 5. Here also we have to take up to the mark of 5. Yes. Then we have to take the horizontal line. Yes, like this. So it is representing 5. Then 30 to 35, 6. So here we have to take up to the mark of 6, and here also we have to take up to the mark of 6 like that. So then we have to take the horizontal line on up to the mark of 6. Then 30 to 35 to 40, 3. So here we have to take up to 3. So here we have to take like this, up to 3. So on the mark of 3 we have to take horizontal line first. Then we have to take the vertical line like this. So because compared to the previous one, so it is the height of the bar is decreases. Then 40 to 45, 2. So that means here also it is decreases. That's why first I will take the horizontal line like first. So here, like this, we have to take this. So after that we have to draw the horizontal vertical line. 10, 45 to 55. So here the graph bar is increases. So that's why I will take the first horizontal line here. Here it is like this. Yes. So then we have to take the horizontal line because we have to set the upper mark. So horizontal line like this. Then we have to take the vertical line like this. Yes. So then shade all the bars. Like that. Yes, shade all the bars. Yes. So after that what we have to do? So we have to write a number. So write a frequency on the bars. So here it is 4, here it is 5, here it is 6, here it is 3, here it is 2, and here it is 5. So this is the drawing of, or this is the construction of bar graph using the organized form of data. So here the bars representing the height of the bar representing the frequency of the data. So here the height of the bar, representing the frequency of each data, So this form of a representation of data we are call it as a histogram. So here it like this. So also we have to write the scale here, x-axis and y-axis. So here x-axis. So after that, whatever may be. So you can write firstly or you can write lastly. Whether there is no any difference here. So here there is 1, 2, 3 like that. So y-axis it increases by one number. So one teacher. So then x-axis it 1 unit increases 5 years. Yes. So likewise you have to write. So after writing the scale, so the process of drawing, process of constructing a bar graph, process of constructing a histogram for organized form of a data is completed. So this is about bars with difference or histogram. I hope you enjoyed this one. It is very easiest part in this chapter. So here it is very interesting part, and here it is very fascinating about drawing the histograms. It is very looking nice, and we can analyze the data easily. So I hope you enjoyed this one. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. You can get the notification very easily. So thank you and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.